It's me, Nola Empress, Big Queen, not the little one. If this your first time here, welcome. It's good to have you. If you're returning, hey kings and queens, gods and goddess of the light. Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing wonderful. I hope the full moon was good to you guys, okay? I know that it was, okay? I feel like it was, okay? I am doing great, the best I can be right now. But I just wanted to stop by and give you guys a quick message, okay? At, when I first started, getting the energy, receiving the energy, okay, I didn't know for sure because I didn't know for sure who the reading was going to be for because it was more so on the masculine energy side. So I was like, dang, am I doing a reading for like my God energies, like my kings, or like is this for my goddess energy, my queens, like and like are they in a masculine energy? So with this reading, I'm gonna just do something a bit different, okay, you guys. I am going to just see where you are consciously, okay? See what's going on in your unconscious. We're gonna look at like you guys' hopes and fears, the best of my abilities, okay? I'm asking in advance that you only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If it don't fit, don't force that shit. Period. Okay? Be mindful, you guys, that this is a general collective reading, okay? This reading may or may not resonate for you, okay? But if it does, okay, take what resonate and leave the rest behind, okay? I love you guys as always. And I'm so excited for this reading. You heard me? So I'm just gonna play some cards down, okay? I have this covering from my table probably maybe 6 months to like a year, and I really haven't put as much work into it. Like I haven't, used it as much as I should have. So with that being said, tonight I wanna try to. Well, it's actually like maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. So we're gonna try to put some use to it, okay? It's very interesting, okay, to see like where we were, in the past, where we are presently, our present self, how we're doing, and just kind of tap into the future and see what things external to us are influencing us. And it's just amazing to see the influence that we have on the outside world, right? And also, everybody kind of want to as close as possible outcome as possible to their situation, right? So I'm gonna try my best to give you guys that, okay? So let's tap in. So I'm just going to place the cards first, and then we're just gonna flip them over and see what the divine has for us, okay? Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, can I get a card for the conscious? Okay. Can I get one for the external influence for my kings and queens? External influence. Uh, the future. Let's see, the present, their present self, and the problem. The past. Can we get a past card? Thank you. Whew. And hopes and fears. Thank you. Overall energy. Okay, y'all. So y'all see, I haven't turned any of the cards over. But at the bottom of the deck, we have evidence. Okay. The bottom of the deck says evidence. Okay. So there's a detection of something. Something is under investigation. Maybe there's some proof somewhere here in the energy, right? So we're gonna pull the card from the past. This is what's going on in the past, right? Maybe you guys were saving. You know, you were trying to save for your when you get older. It's like generational wealth. Something about your savings, though, right? Um, you were saving and stacking because you were thinking more of for the long haul. You know, you wanted to make sure that, excuse me, that you were, prepared. You know, some of y'all saving so y'all could just relax. You know, by the time you retire, you want it to be good. 555 on the timer, okay? So past tense, you guys were saving, okay? Um, let's do our present self, okay? For our present self, you guys, we got two cards, Jeremy. So I'm excited to see what they were. We have compromise, hmm and we have nightmare. Lord have mercy. So some of you guys had experienced some kind of nightmare. I don't know if this is for you, okay? You are your person, okay? So this could be your person's energy that I'm picking up on. I did tell you guys when I was, receiving the energy, the downloads, it felt more so like masculine energy. So take what resonates, okay? So somebody here, we're gonna say this. Somebody here had been saving. They had a plan, right? They were planning for their future. They thought they were good, right? That when they grew old, and they retired, that they will still have some money. You know what I'm saying? They had a collection. They knew what they was gonna be good, right? But it seems like somebody has been put in a compromising situation or position, right? It's like they could have went towards somebody and reconciled while also dealing with someone here. They could have made some type of agreement with someone here, but they were trying to consider the other person. Two people here could be fighting. This person thought that it's given they thought they was the man or the woman, whoever this is resonating for. They wanted their cake and eat it too. They could have also tried to get somebody here in a poly type situation, right? But I felt like this caused a lot of drama. I'm also hearing this could be friends. So maybe somebody here was dating you and another friend, or somebody and a friend, and maybe they thought that the friends would come to some kind of mutual agreement and give this person what they wanted. But somebody is having the nightmare of their life. Like, I'm hearing the shock of their life, right? Whatever decision that somebody here made, they're dealing with a lot of suffering, right? I'm hearing a lot of heartache and hardships, right? This person feel like they're under persecution, like they're being prosecuted in a situation, like they feel like they have got caught in some type of darkness. So maybe they feel like they made an agreement with the devil. Let's see, what's the problem? Okay. Wow. The problem now is that this person could no longer have what they saved. They no longer are financially in the position that they were in, okay, in the past. Something has changed. This person feels like a castaway, okay? The problem here is that someone could possibly be homeless, okay? They're in some type of need, okay? This is given like the Five of Pentacles energy, I believe. If we're speaking on the tarot deck, somebody has been left out in a cold, you know, they penny pinching, they're having a lot of failures. This person could be like on the verge of being poor if they're not poor already, right? Because of the decisions that this person made. It was like they had to options, two choices, and this person is now seeing that maybe they chose the wrong path, the wrong person. Whatever they chose has drained them financially, okay? Of their energy, of their pockets. Like it's like they never seen this coming. You heard me? So before we get into the future energy, okay, and the external influences and stuff, I want to see consciously where this person is, okay? So consciously, this person is possibly thinking about a home, thinking about who they invested in, who they moved in with, who they moved in their house. They're thinking about wealth, okay? They're thinking about a mega project, something that they thought was a mega project, but it's something that of their concern about them possibly losing a home or something, and who they allowed in their home, okay? Somebody here could be a life path number 7. Somebody here could also be the age 70, age 49, or somebody birthday here is April the 9th, September the 4th. Somebody here could be 53 years old, um, or they're born May the 3rd or March the 5th. This could be also someone that is 33 years of age, or they born March the 3rd. Mm. I'm also seeing July the 5th or May 7th. Or these are the angel numbers, okay? I mean your oh, I can't think right now. Your it'll come to me, you guys, but um somebody here is concerned about, their living arrangements, their property, what they invested in, okay? They're worried about some type of project, something that they made an investment in, someone who they made an investment in. It just seemed like they lost everything. They didn't expect to be on top of everything, on top of their game. I'm here on top of the world, only to be knocked all the way down. You hear me? Unconscious. They're unconscious. Unconsciously, they feel like they should not have bowed to something here. They wish and hope that they wouldn't have bowed or agreed to something here. Whoever they chose could have been somebody that they grew up with. Maybe this is somebody they've been knowing since a child, since the sandbox. You heard me? That they took this vow with, okay? Um, this could also have something to do with what they believing in, like who they worship or what they're worshiping, okay? Um, but I'm hearing that they did not listen. If their spirit guides, their ancestors, their angels, if God was giving them some type of um answers and signs, this person didn't listen, okay, before making this decision here, okay? Let's see what their external influences were. Their pride. So this is a prideful person. I'm hearing an arrogant person, okay? This person, they could have been like a business person, a boss of some kind. But this was somebody that was egotistical. Like I feel like they was feeling themselves too much. They had too much of a God complex. Not like in the state of them like not being like in that God kind of like energy, but just thinking they was just bigger than God. Very prideful energy. Um, this is somebody possibly that didn't really love themselves. They felt like they had a point to prove. You heard me? But let's see. The influence that whoever this energy is have on, you know, other people. They make people want to be in love. Maybe they sell people dreams like we gonna be forever, you know. Maybe they have a lot of different energies thinking that they're gonna be, for eternity. You my soulmate, you know, like this could also be a conspiracy theorist, you guys. But somebody here, they make people think that they're going to grow old with them. And then they do them bad, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Somebody here, whatever they involve themselves in, okay, they're the type of person that'll get committed to somebody, make somebody think that, oh, they're going to deal with them, and then they back out of it, right? Somebody come and brings them some type of offer, they back out of it. You feel me? They no longer indulge themselves with it. This is the type of person that took a lot of bribes, okay? This is the person that's easily tempted, right? This is somebody that if you throw the right dollar in their face, you can easily persuade them, right? But I get the energy that they're no longer in that energy, right? It's a lot of conflict, right, going on here. A lot of differences, or a lot of disputations, right? Quarrel. There's a lot of fighting here, okay, because of everything that this person is losing due to who they made vows with, whoever they committed, whoever they invested in, right? Y'all, it's a lot of shooting going on in my neighborhood. Y'all hear that? That's crazy. But like I was saying, whatever this person is going through, um, it's almost if the divine is saying this is justified because of how egotistical they was, how I'm hearing mean that they were, how they treated people, and most hard to step in and just balance out the scale. Some of you ask that the scales be balanced out here, right? So now somebody here is thinking logically. They're no longer like thinking they on top of the world, thinking they better than people. Sometimes you have to get knocked down off that high horse because sometimes you can get so far out of reality that you have to, kind of get your eyes wiped clean and so you can see again. Some people be blinded by success sometimes, forget where they came from, forget who they are, and get wrapped up in, the world perspective of things, if that makes sense. But let's see the hopes and fears of this situation, right? The oh Lord, control. It says marionette, so like dictatorship, right? Dominance. Um, this person, they get into situations hoping that they can dominate the situation, right? Hoping they can control the situation, right? But I feel like in this situation, this person was the puppet. Somebody here, they persuaded somebody to into some kind of agreement. They persuaded this person into something, and whatever it was, this person lost control, okay, of their movement, of everything. Somebody here was now dominant over this person here, and this is what they feared: not being able to control the situation, not having control. And I feel like, I said all the time, control, it stems from fear. Sometimes you get exactly what you're afraid of, especially if you ain't doing the work, if your mind ain't right, if your heart ain't right, if you're not treating people right, sometimes you get exactly what you fear. You want to have control over a situation. Sometimes you got to let go and let God be God by himself, or by the God energy by itself, right? Let's see the future. It says imagination. So maybe this person, they have thought about relaxing and just having that generational wealth and just having what they need, right? Being comfortable. Um, since they were a kid, right? This was somebody's fantasy, In their mind, they thought since a child, they had their ducks in a row. They knew what kind of life they wanted, right? Always trying to control the narrative, possibly because of something that happened in their childhood. You know, maybe this person's innocence was taken. Maybe something didn't go as planned. And as a child, this person told themselves like they will always have control over the situation, over things. life circumstances, um, if they were poor, they always told themselves like, man, I'm gonna always have money. I'm gonna stack my bread up. I'm gonna save. By the time I'm old, I'm gonna be good. Even when I'm 50 is what I'm hearing. Yeah, life pad numbers. Thank you, God. Cause what? My mind had went blank for a second. So those numbers that I was telling you earlier could be our life pad numbers. Dang. And I also have life pad number 9 here as well. I have number 9 here twice. Right? Let's see the outcome of this situation. Do y'all like this? Ugh. The outcome is strategy, right? Somebody could be planning something here. I'm hearing thinking of a master plan. Thinking of a master plan. You heard me? Somebody here thinking of a master plan. They're trying to come up with something here. You heard me? They no longer want to play checkers. They trying to play chess now. I'm hearing because they life depend up on it, right? Also, for some of you, somebody y'all predicted something, right? That this person will be in this very spot. They may have 12-12. They may not have treated you guys right, right? This is a situation where something was predicted here. Maybe you told this person something and they were supposed to plan from the moment that you told them that, but they were so arrogant they couldn't hear, right? But they planning now. They trying to come up with a master plan. The outcome is them trying to fix something, trying to make everything right. Okay, after being so wrong. Well, let's see. Y'all, I want to pull the overall energy card real quick. Let's see what the overall energy was. Reservation. Yeah, somebody is desiring something here. They could be desiring that extravagant life again. If they put somebody on hold, they're now wanting to come back to this person and make it right. Okay, they have a desire to do this. Somebody is also like learning their work. So sometimes you have to go two. Sometimes you have to go through something to get, you know what I'm saying, to just get it, right? I made these choices because I didn't love myself, because I was rooted by fear, right? So whoever was on reserve, now they want to kind of pull you back out like you're a brand new car and say, I'm in love, hoping that you will help them come up out of whatever situation this is. But they're now learning their worth, okay? And they do desire to be back with somebody here. But they have all this stuff going on. But let's see. Yeah. Be mindful of this person coming back to be a distraction, right? Because for some of you, you're trying to focus on your dreams, get your life together. And you don't need someone coming in, throwing you off your square, especially if this is your season of abundance, right? The season where you're going to be successful in your projects. Some of you guys are getting a new job offer, okay? This is a very fertile time for someone here. This is your season of harvest. So you don't want someone from your past or whoever this is, you guys, to come back and distract you. This is a situation that you should most definitely be trying to avoid at this time. Um, if you deal with this person, you're going to be back in your head overthinking, okay, the situation. You're going to be stuck in a place where you have the inability to like focus, right? I feel like also this person may come back in wasting your time. So if you've been working on your time management and you've been trying to get things together in order, especially if you're working on like some kind of business endeavor, you don't want somebody to come in and just waste your time and throw you off, right? Give me a couple more. Yeah. Somebody is hoping that you won't give up on them. They want you to understand that they're no longer doing or dealing with the same thing that they were doing or dealing with. They're no longer investing. It's not like they have a choice anyway, but you know, your spirit guides are asking you, the Holy Spirit is saying, stay on track, right? Stay on course. Okay? Um, if you need to find some kind of inspo so that you can remain focused and not switch your focus to this person or people, whoever this is, right? Um, and also if this person come towards you, you need to make sure that you stay your ground, right? Oh my throat. Give me one more. Because this person may be coming to take you right to the very place that they are in. And we can't have it, right? People are going to be attracted to you guys, okay? For some of you, you have not been dating. Some of you don't even come out the house, right? But you need to be making time for fun because, like, a lot of you are going to be planning vacations. You're going to be getting out. If you're not, then you may be needing to, right? Because I think this is where you're going to get that exciting partnership that you need. I'm hearing get your foot in the door, right? I think while you're out having fun and just enjoying yourself, getting outside, you're going to meet your business partner or people there, right? Some of you, you're going to meet your soul tribe, is what I'm hearing. You have been asking for your soul tribe. Where are those people that are like me? Those people that won't judge me or try to attack me or try to steal my life from me. Where they at? Your soul tribe. You got to get out. You got to mingle a little bit. I'm guilty of that too because I'm a person that like my space. I am a loner. If I don't have to do a fashion show, if I don't have a client I need to do hair or anything, then for most part I'll be in the crib. I don't really involve myself with too many because I had a lot of, hardships and heartbreaks and people that switched up on me from the sandbox switched up on me, you heard me? So, I just be chilling, being a mother, when I was in school, I was being a student, I did everything I was supposed to be doing. Just bettering myself, and I suggest that you do the same and you continue to do the same. But get out and live a little. Your ancestors are showing up here. Some of you may be needing to place an offering at your altar. Your ancestors could also be trying to connect with you to let you know how to go about this situation if somebody comes back to approach you, especially if this person is from your past. Um, some of you may be needing to just stick with some of your family members right now, find comfort with your in your family. Try your best to kind of like not go back to what God has brought you from, right? Also, this might be the time that you need to be around your family because it's some things, some practices that some of you guys' family do or have done that could be some use to you. You hear me? Could help you a little bit. You hear me? So yeah, but yeah, just make sure that you're staying focused, right? This is also a pivotal moment in some of you guys' life, especially if you're on the spiritual journey. You guys are, like I said before, I felt that major life changes were coming. So you are being told to stay in a place because you're on a path of self-discovery, right? And you need to embrace it. And you don't want somebody coming back trying to, recharge off of you or steal from you because of the type of energy you hold. This person is going through all this and they could be coming to you just to get some kind of energy boost. And dealing with this person in the past, you could have also been spiritually burnt out, energetically burnt out, right? You have to restore yourself. You have to do all this work. Why let somebody come back and bring you back to where God brought you from? Some of you also may be needing to look into some kind of energy healing and continue to recover from a breakup. I felt like that was specific. Some of you are still grieving. Um, but you are being called to be in a position to receive this new beginning, receive, this business endeavor, receive whatever this is so that you can be in the position so you're able to help other people because whatever life experiences you have, whatever it was that you went through, you're going to need that because somebody else is going to need you to tell your story, right? But you guys are approaching some type of lucky streak, right? This is something that's going to be out of the blue. So once you start getting outside and you know just having a little fun, just not even fun, just getting outside, stress spray. I'm hearing stretch them legs, spread your wings a little bit, shit. Like you been in hermit mode too long. So once you get out, and start having fun, you're gonna boom. It's gonna be unexpected. It's an out of the blue type of thing, right? Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna give y'all um somebody here is playing with somebody mental. They doing some kind of mind work on somebody here because I was cool before I started recording this reading, and now I'm feeling the energy of like forgetfulness, like brain fog, and that's just not me. I'm a real intelligent person, like so y'all maybe need to cover your head up at night, okay? Make sure that you're doing your spiritual baths and cleanses. That's why I was telling y'all it's very adamant that you take advantage of these full moon cycles because don't think the enemy is not. So if the enemy is gonna do it, why won't you do it? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay prayed up. You stay in your devotion. Make sure you're doing your daily affirmations, right? Y'all, somebody here is doing something on somebody's mind, right? They're playing on your mind here. So that's where you need to do the work. You guys need to be doing work on your crown chakra. But yeah, I'm gonna give you some advice, okay? And then I'm gonna close out this reading because I really don't like the energy, right? But somebody here, they're playing mind games. They're doing some kind of spiritual manipulation on somebody's mind. All right. This is the card that I have for advice. It says, am I apologizing for my truth? Right? Don't apologize for your damn truth. You live in your truth. You live the situation. You've been through it. Don't be apologizing, okay? It says, what part of you is apologizing for your truth? And it says, why? Right. So today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it, all right? You never know whose life. Didn't I just say you guys need to be in position so that you can help somebody else because your story, somebody needs to hear your story? You heard me? Didn't I just say that? Come on, Spirit. Come on, Spirit. Thank you. But like, you know, catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it, right? You never know whose life you would change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse. Come on, Lighthouse Nation. Stand up. Yeah. Yeah. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us, right? This will give others permission to speak their own truth. This is room for all of us, right? Courage is contagious, okay? Put that in the comment section. Courage is contagious, right? Don't be sitting there, apologizing for speaking your truth. You lived it. It's your story. So why not heal enough and get strong enough, get in position enough, so that you can be that blessing in somebody else's life. Period, point blank. 333 on my timer, right? I'm your girl, Nola Empress Big Queen. If this video resonated for you, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, right? Hit that notification bell so you could be notified whenever I post, comment, upload, do anything on my platform, on my channel. You heard me? I love you guys. I pray attention for my kings, my queens, my gods and goddess energy of the light. Oh my God, I love you guys. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay, I hope you have a beautiful morning. Sometimes we want to get depressed. Sometimes we don't feel like doing anything. But shake that shit off and get up. You heard me? You got work to do, all right?